That's weird. I don't know. Okay, now maybe we're working. Maybe we're finally working. All right. Let me take a look at this. All right. So I went on a long tirade about nothing. Uh, so there we go. Right. I guess I should look more at the chat. Right. Um, like I said, what I'm saying is all of this is what's the motherfucking deal? You know, the regular intro. Welcome to the dead. Again, you are the greatest people on the planet. Y'all already know this. Um, but what I was saying is that I'm debating on possibly moving up the den up another hour earlier. Because, like I said, I'm sure you can tell this as of late. Like by the time I get to this point in the day, like it's done getting, you know, like winding down. And I don't feel like the streams have been. I have not been bringing a good level of energy uh, to the streams. I feel like personally, and I don't want to be fucking drinking, continue to drink all these bullshit ass fucking energy drinks and all that shit late at night. Then I don't fucking go to sleep, and then it's just like a perpetuating cycle. So I'm kind of debating on that right now. That's what I say. Like last night, I fucking pushed it back. I fucking fell asleep watching the fucking Rockets game, and woke up late to catch kind of like the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that may be the move. So I'm not sure. We'll see how that works out. We'll figure out within the next few days or whatever. Um, because like I said, that's what it's been. I've been just like now for some reason, especially because I guess I've been implementing the running back into my regime. I don't know if that's been taking extra juice out of some other things, whatever. But I'm talking about blackfishing tonight, right? And like I think it's a fucking stupid thing. I mean, you should already know this. You've been around long enough. Y'all should have me kind of figured out by now. But some lady, Jessica Krug, aka Jessica La Bombera, something like that, some crazy shit, and you know, and she's the one on the thumbnail, and we all know Sean King on the thumbnail, but she basically exposed herself, right? She's a professor at George Washington University, and she's been, under the guise of, I guess, being black or what would you call it, Afro Latino or whatever. I'm not sure which guise she used, but something along those lines. And people get mad about this shit, right? They get really mad, and what happens is, I get it, I get you being upset, but in reality, like, who fucking cares, right? Because it's not their fault. Like the people who are doing this here, they're crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're crazy and they have issues. But the people I really blame for this is niggas. You feel me? And it's niggas' fault that people are getting away with this. But before I almost forget, let me do the proper roll call. Let me shout everybody out, and then let's get this thing rocking. Cultured, aka the Don of the Discord, hold it down. Stephen Rose, what's the motherfucking deal? John, my favorite New Yorker, what's the motherfucking deal? The lovely Miss K Grace, how are you doing this evening, ma'am? Miss Bell, I hope all is well. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? Let's see. Sam Ting, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, that's a weird thing, right? That this term is called blackfishing, because you got the fucking documentary Blackfish. Um, I don't know. I don't know who decided to like appropriate this term. But I guess catfish, blackfish, yeah, like that, So some of that weird thing. Uh, let's see, Trixie McFly, how you doing this evening, ma'am? DeWanda Willis, it's in Danbury. That's another great example. What does she claim to be? Is not? Is it Bergoglio? No, it's the other one. Who's the other one? The other little goofball. God damn it. Who is the other little goofball? Just like that one. I can't think of her damn name. She looks like she's slow, but she claims she's black. The lovely Miss Cartier joining us this evening. Good to see you. The lovely Miss Jess Sarah. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? Broderick, that nigga Broderick here, y'all. You know, guard your wallet. Zip up your purse. Broderick in this bitch. Infinity, what's the motherfucking deal? The lovely Miss D the Gamma. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? Marquis Newhouse, what's the motherfucking deal? I ain't choosing no team, goddammit, I'm retired. DeAndre, what's the motherfucking deal? Muscle HD, what's the motherfucking deal? Yes, I was definitely muted. Let me see, 12, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you doing this evening, ma'am? Frost 757, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see, Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth. Bad Bot, what's the motherfucking deal? What's going down? And anybody else? Yes. Whoa, Vicky. Thank you, John. Whoa, Vicky. And I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know if Whoa Vicky's like on some next level tomfoolery, like if she really believes that, or if she's just really selling this shit and niggas is eating it up. But anyway, like I say, getting back to it though, I blame niggas for all this shit, right? She didn't watch it. What's the motherfucking deal? It's like, I blame niggas for allowing this shit to happen, because you go looking for just these so-called representatives and shit. Like, anything will do. And I'm going to kind of segue part of this conversation into colorism in a moment. But like I said, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. We're going to talk about some things, and I'm over the lines. And like I said, we'll go from there. But, you know, Sean King, and this guy's been exposed 1,000 times over. But because he's saying the stuff, you know, and I talk about it, you know, black folks, we are an emotional people for whatever reason. And you say stuff that taps into people's emotions, and they just, they blindly run with it. Now, it's clear that Steve Nash, you know, like, Michael, poor Mike. But it's just like, it's obvious. Like, even the lady, right, the Jessica Krug lady, she's a white Jewish woman, right? A white Jewish woman, and was able to pass herself off as someone of African descent. Now, if you look at this woman, I don't see, like, I guess, but no, I don't guess. Like, you don't see shit. Like, you cannot see it. But again, you know, you say the right things to a motherfucker, they'll believe anything. But what happens with a lot of this? And I said in the quote, black benefits. Now you're like, what the fuck are black benefits? You talking about a WIC card? No, I'm not talking about fucking welfare. I'm talking about black benefits in the sense of, you know, there are grants and different programs, small business things, like a variety of things that, you know, being a minority or being a particular ethnicity, depending on who is, you know, funding the grant or whatever it may be, or whatever it could be, it's a factor, right? And so what you have sometimes, you have people who will go and, you know, apply for these things under that guise, a la Pocahontas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? And so that's what happens is with a lot of these people is that, you know, they take advantage of that. And again, I could see it. You know, you feel like, well, why don't I get the same opportunity? It's not my fault I was born a particular kind of way. Yeah, so you get it. But honestly, though, especially with like those programs like acceptance in schools and things like that, you know who uses that more than anybody else? Like the fake black thing. People of Middle Eastern descent. Like, Middle Eastern people use that more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Exactly. Prepaid know what's happening. They go in there and they do that shit. Like, numerous, I mean, they fucking use the programs. That's how some of them, you know, end up
the main reason why people like Snow J. Simpson are still in business is because we prop up fake leaders. Malcolm X warned us about this.
Snow J. Simpson. Exactly. And that's the thing. And so, you know, I get it. You know, you guys want to be mad about cultural appropriation. And, yeah, I guess that's a thing. But what is cultural appropriation really too, right? Because isn't it like always like some one person that started it, and then like somebody else copied some shit they did, and then we just took it for the whole. Like didn't like we all appropriate it from like somebody originally? Like who was the originator, right? And so again, I get it though. I get it. I don't rock with it, but I get it. I get it. I promise I do. And so to me, like, it's just exactly what Strong and Grand just said about propping up these fake leaders. Like, we've gotten to the point we're so desperate for somebody to be a leader, a representative. We force these people to become martyrs when they're not the best representatives of society. Like, I keep thinking about the Jacob Blake. And maybe we'll talk about this in the Discord. I don't want to get off track. But, and I'm just like, how is this possible? But it's possible because we allow it. Nobody investigates, nobody checks, nobody cares. Like, if niggas ever do score some reparation checks, if you think Dolezal was able to get away with it, Kruger and King out there able to get away with it, the Wovickies, man, you talking about they giving out checks? Look, good luck. They gonna be all over this shit. Like everybody gonna get a check, right? They better fucking have what was it? The paper bag test. You better get your check. I don't know, Chief. Looking kind of suspect. I don't know if you're gonna get this reparation check. But all jokes to the side, it's just we're in a situation where it's like we live in bizarre. We're here. Like this is bizarre world. Nothing that's going on makes any sense. Like from anybody. And so I'm not even surprised anymore when you see stories like this. It's humorous, right? She was a professor of African American Studies at George Washington University. A fake black woman. It's fucking hilarious. And I think she actually got a grant or got some money to somebody felt funded to write a book that she just put out. But I find it super intriguing, right? Because she's done this for quite some time. You've made a career off of it. Like you've made a whole you've gone, and she's an activist. Like I think she's like I don't know if it's Black Lives Matter. She's an activist. She's gone and gave speeches and like you're out there condemning white people for these atrocities and shame on you for all this. I saw these white people come and do this to my body, and I'm like, what the fuck is really going on? You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't win. I don't know. And she's talking about people from Brazil. I just like, it's like, but you're a white Jewish woman. Like, how sick in the head do you have to be to like go there? Like, how manipulative are you? Like, and I guess maybe you start doing it and then you just start living that way and you kind of keep sticking with it. I don't fucking know. Like, but to dedicate but like, it's a bunch of crazy, like, it's a mental illness, right? But yet, people want to push these motherfuckers to the forefront of movements and make them leadership, and you're letting these crazy individuals lead your fucking, your movement, right? You're letting these ish. That's what I say, ish. But again, like these people who are clearly lunatics. Rachel Dolezal was like a head of the NAACP somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, how? How does this happen and nobody says anything? Like, nobody realizes that maybe something's not right here, right? Something's not proper here. You know what I'm saying? A nipple wear. That's crazy. But like I say, the thing about it, right? Interesting. No, I don't think here's my thing to with that. And that's a good question, Shannon. That's a good question. Like, and it's going to take me down a different path, but I mean, you can basically, you know what I'm saying, you can point out atrocities, and I think that matters. But I think of people who have suffered from those situations or are going through those situations, whatever, they need to be the forefront of their own movements. You know what I mean? Like that. That kind of goes with a lot of issues I have about some of the stuff that's going on now here in America. But if there's an issue, they need to be at the forefront of their own movements. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing wrong with saying, hey, there's a problem going on, acknowledging it, bringing awareness to it. But yeah. But like I say, so it's just a situation where, like I say, it's really odd, right?
What blows my mind is when they get caught cooning after dark. All the nigga coworkers come out the woodworks and swear I knew she was white. I was never followed. Bitch, why? You never said anything?
Appreciate your love, free pay. And absolute, that is the crazy thing, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, yeah, you knew it. I'm laughing because of this video, and I gotta find it again because I need to watch it. I've watched it like 10 times. It's funny as shit to me. This dude, he's talking about a bunch of old shit that niggas used to wear in the early 2000s and shit like that. NBA pantses. Y'all was wearing them NBA pantses. But no, but he was talking about I think he was talking about the clear Air Force Ones, right? Or something like that. He's like, he's acting like he called them laws. He's like, y'all say if you see something, say something, right? And that's the thing. If y'all knew, why didn't y'all say if you see something ain't right? Why the fuck don't y'all say something? Why don't people call it out when it is? Y'all just let the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just let the shit go. And then now all of a sudden y'all knew. It's craziness.
People like Chalkus Garvey know how to manipulate the victim mentality. No matter how many times he's been proved wrong, he'll wave that flag.
But that's one thing you have to appreciate. You have to appreciate Sean King for, because he has the greatest nicknames in the game. Now, they're not pleasant for him, but they're hilarious. But again, man, like I said, it's just a situation, and like I say, about pushing certain things to the forefront. But I want to get into that, and especially like with white people being able to claim the blackfish thing, and the reason why this is happening, and kind of the reason I want to have this conversation. I was really going to have a different conversation, but this and then something else I saw today, and I gotta find the clip. I gotta share it in the Discord because the clip is so funny. But it was a woman talking, right? And the woman was saying, this girl, she was just, this black girl. She was dark, and she was just, she just bullied me, and they didn't like me because I was, light skinned and my hair was good, and I was and it was like the way that she said it. I'm like, bitch, you black. Like, nobody's gonna mistake you, for anything other than what you are. And then I'll post a clip in the Discord. I'll let y'all make because some of the statements she was saying about being beautiful and being to each his own. Everybody has a preference, but yeah, I don't think that was the case. That probably wasn't why they was bullying you. But anyway, so it's like these situations where we do it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do it to ourselves more than anybody else. And sitting here often, you give the world a blueprint on how to teach you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does kind of got the hedgehog-esque mustache. But like I said, you give people the blueprint on how to treat you. You as an individual, and then, as a collective, people are going to see how, groups of certain individuals act, and they're going to think, well, that's what it is. But you tell people how to treat you, and you allow certain actions within your own culture. People see that. They think that's a norm. They think that is what it is. And like I say, with the colorism, with the thing, it's like we have that underlying thing in the community that, lighter is always better. We automatically promote that to the top. And so I almost feel like people want these people to look, light, bright, and almost white, but they are white. To represent, like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know why these people think that makes for better leadership or more accepting. Like, trust me, as a light skinned chick and will get treated better by black men than a dark skinned chick will. And this is the thing. And again, and I've spoken on my preferences and all my things that 1,000 times, and I'm a little bit outside the norm. But this is obvious. It's true. They can have the same features, be the same body type, be the same whatever. But for some reason, again, we in our own community, in our own culture, we promote that. And then get upset, when instances like this happen or when situations like this occur, because when you have these chinks in your armor, well, people find ways to slide in and, undermine you. So, I can say now, again, yes, there's powers in numbers. Absolutely. Absolutely, there are powers in numbers. But my thing is, with that, Shannon, is that there's also, when you allow just anybody in your mix, you allow the opportunity for agents to infiltrate whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whatever side you're on, whatever it is you're trying to do. You allow room for people who really don't have your best interest in mind to, like I say, infiltrate and undermine things. So that's kind of my deal. And then that's a multi-layered thing, because an agent can look just like you too. So, but again, we're at this point where, like I say, I am now the casual observer. I'm not mad about anything. I'm not even getting upset anymore, unless oh man, bro, unless it involves the kids. Like that's, no, that's the kids can't, but everybody else, whatever. I saw I don't know if y'all saw this story. The Uber Eats lady here in Houston, fucking son, 7-year-old. I don't know if he hung himself, but she came back to find him hanging, and he had 2 sisters were there. So I'm wondering what the hell was going on with that while she was out making deliveries. She comes home at 3 a.m. to find her son in there hanging. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, it's real wild, because I'm, if he did it to himself, right? Like, what the fuck? What kind of 7-year-old is thinking like that at that time? Nah, we don't want to hear your story tonight. We're gonna put you on mute, nigga. What kind of situation is that, right? And I'm wondering, because I hadn't heard anything else, as far as, I don't, would your sisters do that to him? Like, were they watching him? Kids can just kind of be doing their own thing. I'm sure, they got phones or whatever, and they all in their own little zone, and who knows, right? Oh, that's terrible. Wow. That's terrible. That's what I'm saying. And you gonna do? Why people want to kill themselves on Facebook Live? Well, that's a weird thing. No, I guess killing yourself period is weird, but why put it on the show? But I guess if you're gonna go out, or whatever. So yeah, that bothers me, man. When I see like little kids, like, how the fuck does a little kid even have these thoughts? Like, how does a little kid, even know about this kind of stuff? I guess, back in the Gap, cartoons used to have kind of shit like that. They don't do that shit no more. So I don't know. But that shit is wild, man. It's wild. So, but getting back to it. Like I say, the business of blackfishing, the benefits of blackfishing, and what I'm saying, it's not even about the age. It's not about the people who are doing it. It's about the fact that, that it's so easy to get in, to manipulate, to take advantage, to build a following, or whatever it may be, and make a living off of deceiving people on some race-based bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I had to. No, that's why I be like, damn, I gotta catch myself sometimes before I say some things. You just say it. Some things you should, if I want to say it, and I don't think it's maybe too bad. I was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't. So again, man, like I say, it's a situation where I find it extremely unfortunate, and but we keep letting these people in. You keep letting them do it. Like, and then, you know, once one person sees somebody do something, once one person sees somebody do something, then they're going to copy it. Like, then somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to emulate it, right? So, again, don't be surprised if more of them do it. Don't be surprised if you see more stories coming out like this. This woman just actually had the integrity to say, you know, I've been lying. She exposed herself. You feel me? So she came out and said it herself. And then, you know, I guess, I don't know. Because she tried to make it a foray into mental illness and, you know, well, you know, I've had mental illness issues from young and et cetera, et cetera. And the same thing with Rachel Dolezal. There was, you know, accusations of mental illness. The Wovicki chick, I don't think anybody has came out publicly and said she has mental illness. I think she does from the little shit that I've seen it. You know, like I say, it's a weird thing. When you are clearly, you know, not black, why do that? Because there are benefits, you know, again. And so, you may be upset about it, but there's nobody else to blame but other than black folks allowing this shit to happen because y'all let them into the organizations, you let them take over because you just want to believe whatever. It's okay to question people, right? It's okay to ask questions. Hey, Jack, you sure you black? You know, where you people from? Ask some questions. We'll ask a nigga some shit. Where you from, nigga? You ask a nigga questions all the time that you know, but you won't question the blackfish. So I find it very odd. It's a real weird thing. But let's take some calls. I want to know your thoughts on blackfishing. And here's my thing too, right? Here's my thing. Well, I guess if you're actually saying you're black, then that's one thing. So I'm gonna say with the Instagram models, even though they may or may not be doing something to make themselves look more quote unquote exotic, but if they're not denying it or whatever, like, is it a bad thing? Like, does it even matter? Right? So I just want to know your thoughts, how you feel about it. You know, your perspective of blackfishing, if you will. And again, I didn't know there was a thing until like, I think earlier this year. Earlier this year, maybe late last year. When they had that whole thing on IG, they were like accusing some chick of darkening her photos or getting a tan or something like that to look like she was me. But I'm just, I don't know why. Because here's the thing, right? And let me give y'all some blackfishing tips, right? If you're out there planning on blackfishing, don't blackfish. If you're white, don't blackfish. Unless you want some like tangible blackfish benefits. But you're gonna get more brownie points in the black community being the white person that can do black stuff than you will by blackfishing. Because then they expect you to just that. Then you're not getting like special privileges. You know, we give like credit. You get the passes to the cookout if you got like rhythm and you can dance. It's a very low barrier of entry into the black community. So, I mean, you don't have to try hard at all. Just don't blackfish. Just say, you know, I'm the white guy that does black stuff. Instant cookout pass. And while we getting that together, notifications. Give me that microphone. All right, let's get the line. Let me put the number up. Actually, this time I had it up or we had the show last night. If I had the fucking number up until late. So, again, 855-948-0369. And I didn't fucking fix the cookies. I did it again. Where's the window? God damn it. I don't know if I want to answer this phone call. Let me see. Let me put my headphones on and get prepared for this. Let me just I guess I'll unmute it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hello, this is Rashida.
Oh, Miss Rashida. How are you doing this evening, Miss Rashida?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Rashida, you're a blackfish, right?
Yeah. You said I'm black?
A blackfish.
No.
That means
I'm
you're not.
just black.
No, that you're not really a black person. You're just imitating a black person.
Don't you know better than calling women fish?
We did have that conversation in here, didn't we?
Sure did.
That was a very confusing conversation. I don't think I learned anything from it, but yeah.
No, I'm black.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be anything else but black.
Okay. So, but what are your thoughts on blackfishing? Like, do you think it's a bad thing? Do you have a problem with it? Do you care at all?
I look at it like this. People want to be black until it's time to be black. You know what I'm saying? Which means that they want the benefit but not the actual struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you, we can't take our black uniform off. But see, like when you're out there blackfishing, you can take that shit off and then go back to being your regular white or whatever other race you are. You know what I'm saying? When it's gonna benefit you more.
Okay. So your issues with it just again like so just appearing to be black for convenience, but not having the real black experience.
Exactly. Like, oh, this is fun. Then you're not actually being black. You're just trying to do things that you think is gonna get you further, really. Because I don't know anybody that wants to be black. I mean, not considered like that. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, like, they're trying to blackfish for a reason. There's a reason behind it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like when Rachel Dolezal, whatever the hell her name is, she wanted to get higher position. And then with Sean King, we all know he's a pimp for profit, pretty much, for profit.
His poverty pimps, the greatest.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name. Poverty pimp, yeah. And then like with the Woe Vicky and Daniela, I'm just messing up everybody's name tonight. Whatever, like the Daniela catch me outside shit, you know what I'm saying? She's out there for profit, pretty much. So, you know.
Okay. That is spaghetti. So you know, a lot of white people want to be black. That's terrible. So what
they don't want to be black. What they want is the benefit that claiming that blackness or acting black will get them.
But ultimately, like, what are the real benefits that someone gets from that?
You can get money. Why is Woe Vicky and Daniela, whatever her name is, why are they popular?
Because they be rapping.
Just be popular.
They got bars. What you talking about?
Please.
They spit hot fire. Yeah. What are you talking about? Right now.
I mean, Daniela, she wasn't too bad, but that other Woe Vicky, she just sounds just like she raps slow and doesn't even make any sense. Like, just sit down.
But right now,
sitting back.
Right now, hands down, the 5 hottest rappers in the game. Bad Baby, Woe Vicky, Bad Baby, Woe Vicky, Bad Baby. I mean, that's it. Top 5, right? Top 5 dead or alive, right there in the game. That's why people love it. It has nothing to do with race. Has nothing to do with anything. They love the bars that they be dropping.
Okay, if that's how you want to go, so that's your pick. Hey, I can't argue with how you feel.
Okay. I definitely don't feel that way, but you know, and so you think that by putting on that act, by putting on that character, that they can make money from it. But who is it?
It doesn't work the reverse though.
Okay, so why
not? It doesn't work in the reverse because you do remember that young black girl from Dr. Phil, the black girl that said she was white. Where is she now? Where is she now? Did the white people embrace her and say, "Yay, Latasha, we're gonna support you and make you famous and send you to college and all that wonderful, great stuff"?
And so, and by you saying that, I'm glad you brought that up. Because, again, I think that further proves the point that I'm not even mad at these people. Because who's giving them but who's giving them the platform to do these things? Like you just said.
I'm not mad at them. I'm just saying that they're in it for the benefit. I didn't say there was anything wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. But do you think it's
that's a young black lady. She said that she was just putting on the act because she saw how well it worked for the other two white well, not other two, but the other, white girl. So she wanted to try to get famous too.
Well, you gotta understand how that works, though.
And it kind of worked in the reverse for her because the black people didn't want to fuck with her, and white people didn't embrace her. So she well.
Mm-hmm. So, but that's my thing, though. It's like, but that's the thing. It doesn't work that way because we as black folks we accept and embrace any and everybody. Other folks is gonna be like,
it's not just black people though embracing them. White people embrace Lil Vicky and Daniela too. So we have a lot of misguided young white youth out there.
But my thing is this though is like, and I agree, but here's the point though. It's like they're going into primarily. I guess you would say black environments or black.
They were already in black environments. So.
Who? The Wovickies and the Bergolis?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. But again,
it's not like they just started acting black and then they went and started going into the black neighborhoods. They was already in there. So.
I guess. I mean, that's a possibility. But like I say, the thing is, though.
It's definitely true.
But here's the thing, though. But like I say, again, like you said, it didn't work the other way for old gal. There's a reason why that didn't work. Because people would view it, as tomfoolery. But
she didn't have the white uniform on. That's why it couldn't work for her.
But what I'm saying is, these people, these young girls, Sean King, they don't have a black uniform on, but black people are willing to hide that and accept them as they are.
But no matter how much she wanted to say she's white, people still thought that she was black.
Exactly, but it's the same way that you can see, Vicky's white or the rest of these people are white. They're clearly white. But black people, because if you stroke their emotions, will say, no. There's people still arguing to this day that Sean King is a black man. When it's been clear from day one that he's not. I mean, all you got to do is tell the nigga to grow his hair out a little bit. And let's figure it all out. Like, again.
But some mixed people can look white.
But he's not mixed. He's not nothing. You go look at his parents.
I'm just saying, though, there are black people that can have children that look Caucasian.
Yeah, they tend to be.
They say they're black, then.
Okay, but that's the thing. And that's the thing. Niggas, all you got to do is say it. And that's good enough. We'll accept that tomfoolery. Other girls are not going to accept that. Nobody else is going to accept that. I can't go and say, you know what? I'm Indian. I be fucking that curry up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they go actually. Man, I ain't finna get a discount on nothing. They gonna ask, well, where your little outfit at? Can you do the little dance? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to. Dance to some music with the little hand cymbals and shit. Can you bitch belly dance? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know none of this stuff. They gonna run a test. They're gonna validate your Indian card. Here we just give people black cards. You know what I'm saying? No expiration date. Niggas don't be caring.
But you trying to do too much though. You should try to say that you're Jamaican.
That's black though. That ain't nothing. But again, because with that, all I had to do was grow some dreadlocks. And motherfuckers asked me that. I've had people from the islands. Oh, you must be from Trinidad. You must be from Jamaica. Like, no, the fuck not.
Don't you already have dreadlocks? So you halfway there already. So all you gotta do is learn Jamaican, and you'll be all right.
Learn Jamaican.
Right.
Learn Jamaican.
Learn Jamaican.
Jamaican. They speak Jamaican.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
do they have that? Do they have Jamaican?
Leave me alone.
I'm just asking. I fuck with the Duolingo. I fuck with the Duolingo. And the Babbel apps on the phone for the language apps. So I'm just asking. I just wanted to know. I'm gonna go look Jamaican up, see if they got it on Babbel
Whatever,
or doing it.
Honcho.
Okay.
Whatever, Honcho. Anyway,
you,
I'm finna go.
you know I love you,
You
Miss Rashida.
You trying to be funny now.
You know I love you. It's all good.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. But no, I feel you though. I feel what you're saying. But again, like I said, I blame it more so on black people just accepting anything for themselves. Now, and again, no, it's not across the board. There's always going to be, and I'm speaking in generalities because there's
But
just
didn't
folks
they
who don't.
tell us that if you got one drop of blood, black blood, you're black? So they the ones started the shit, so we just went along with it. It doesn't continue.
And I get that. I get that whole one drop thing. That's whatever,
But I do think we just invite too many goddamn people to the cookout.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, like but I agree. Like, and that's the thing. Like the one drop rule, I get it and I understand it. But I think it's a weird thing, to people and still abide by. But anyway,
we embrace everybody, but everybody don't embrace us.
Yeah.
That's what's fucked up about black people.
That's the thing. But again, that's where it comes to a point where you got to start like setting standards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you don't set standards, you'll accept anything. And so that's
But see, the thing about setting standards is we don't want to feel like we discriminating against people the way that we've been discriminated against. So it's like almost like a catch-22. We want to embrace everybody because we wasn't necessarily embraced by everybody. So it's a slippery slope. That's all I can say. But God bless all the black fish and the white fish and the Mexican fish and the red fish and the blue fish and the white light fish and the green fish.
So what you're saying is one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Exactly.
Okay. I get it. I definitely understand. That's deep
But I
right
ain't
there.
trying to tie up the line, huh? So didn't you say you just gonna be on here for an hour?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna try to hit the whole time, but I don't know if I'll be on there all the time. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of shit. But look, I know I've been neglecting y'all, and I feel real bad about it. So we
ain't been neglecting me. I found better things, not better. I mean, other places to go. That's what I'm saying.
That's messed up because y'all know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say my last 2 nights, even though I was tired, I didn't sleep as well because I didn't get to have my evening conversation with Miss Rashida. But she didn't say she didn't found a replacement. She didn't already deliver them a side man sandwich. You see how I feel? Ain't that about a? Whew,
Hey,
I thought
it's just an entanglement. Then still the main dish. So, it is what it is.
Damn, I done 2 days off and I got entangled. Ain't that a bitch?
Now, before I go, I just want to say that this is my birthday month. September. My birthday is September 21st.
What? Nah, hold on. No, it's not.
How you gonna tell me when my birthday ain't?
Cause I ain't know you be look. We like partially almost birthday buddies. Mine is on the 20th. I ain't know your birthday.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Your birthday on the 20th?
I'm on the 20th. Yeah. And so you on the 21st. That's
my goodness.
we gonna have
But
us.
how come we don't get along? How come we don't get along on birthday butt?
I don't know. It might be. We might be too close on the brink. What is it?
You know what? Somebody false flagging Virgo flag. It ain't me.
I don't know. You closer to the edge than me because what it is, the 22nd is when I think the last day. We both on the brink, but you're a little closer to the edge. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Chief.
Oh, you know what? You got a good point there. You got a good point.
So
you got an excellent point.
Look, we might have a birthday carryover stream that night. What is it? That's Sunday to Monday. We may figure something out.
Yeah, your birthday on that Sunday. My birthday on that Monday.
Okay. So we gonna turn it up then. We gonna celebrate the whole month. Up until the 21st.
No doubt. That's our ministry. Yep. And I'm trying to go without soda to the end of this month. Just day 3.
Okay, you can do it.
It ain't looking good.
Nah, you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And New York John says to tell Miss Rashida that we love her. You been drinking what now?
Hey, I've been drinking those sparkling waters.
What kind? Like them? What them? LaCroix?
Black cherry. I like the mango, the watermelon, and strawberry.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't fooled with the sparkling water in a while. Like I've been Straight water and orange
Yeah.
juice. I'm telling you, orange OJ keep the Rona away.
You know what? You can get that low acid orange juice because orange juice can be very acidic, and that's not good for your stomach.
No word. No.
So I buy low acid orange juice. It tastes good. So,
Okay.
yeah, try that.
I'm probably doomed. I'll be killing that shit.
Yeah, me too. I do have a problem with orange juice. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even lie. I have to get the lid cup because I'll fill my big ass cup all the way up.
I'll be the same way. I gotta get a mug. I have to put in my little mug or something. If I get one of my little plastic, it's gonna be a wrap. The thing will be gone in 2 cups.
Yeah, if you buy the small cups, you'll do better.
Yeah, 'cause then you feel bad after you
Now
drink too many.
you can't be taking 2 or 3, 4 cups of them lid cups now.
But yeah, that's how you catch yourself though. See, once you didn't, you drink that one, you're gonna drink that one. Once you start getting that second one, and you like, damn, I feel this thing up about the second or third time, I feel ashamed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I didn't get that shit before. I said I'm trying to ration myself out. Just take me one lit cup, Then I'll be right. And now I got the whole damn carton of orange juice sitting down here with my little shot cup, and it just don't be looking good for the OJ. Anyway.
Yeah. They shouldn't have made it so good though. If that's the case.
You damn right. That ain't our fault. We done got all the way off track for this. Anyway, so what they used to it, and if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Call in and or come hang my phone up. Which one it's gonna be? If you want to meet up, you can get beat up.
Oh.
Just leave me alone and move along with your day. Now.
That's a good one. I gotta use that one.
You know what? I stole it from this lady. I heard her say that shit today. Look, you know, I've been waiting to use that shit. So, yeah. Hey, I keep it real, huh? So I told you.
Oh man, hey, hey, it's all good as long as you're honest about it. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm honest. I gotta get credit. Yeah, she said that shit today. I said, I like that. I'm still in that shit. I'm gonna use it. I ain't gonna go get to use it tonight. But hey, it worked out just fine.
That's funny. That's funny as hell.
Okay, anything else, huh? So I'm gonna let you. How long I've been on here? About 10 minutes?
I don't know. I don't even got the little thing up. Let me see. Let me see how long you've been. Let me do a time check. Oh, I've been on there 18 minutes. That's all good. But yeah, it's all good.
Okay. Oh, well, my celebrity gossip for the day is that Usher got his girlfriend pregnant. Her name is Jennifer something.
Jennifer.
And that's all I got to say.
Okay. Well, the celebrity juice for the day. Usher getting folks pregnant. At least he ain't giving them nothing. Well, maybe I don't know how that works. Let me not even get started. But all right, Miss Rashida, I appreciate you calling this evening and sharing your thoughts with us tonight.
All right, take care. You sure you ain't got no more questions for me, Honcho?
No, nothing that I can think of, no ma'am.
Oh, before I go, you know what I want to say?
What's that?
I called in again yesterday. So I want my pistachio for that too. Even though it wasn't no spring. I didn't know because you said it was gonna be a spring.
Man, and I had all intentions of there being a stream. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna catch some of the Rockets game. That's why I pushed it back. And I tapped out in the middle of the damn Rockets game. And then I caught up, like when I woke back up, I was like, damn, it's past 10. It was like towards the end of that bitch. I saw hard get that block and a little bit of other shit. I was still halfway there. Nah, I was tired. That's all it was. See, nah, you know what I mean. Well, how was the Chicago game?
Oh, I don't be watching that shit. But it was.
Okay. All right, Miss Rashida. Well, I appreciate you calling in and chopping it up with me this evening.
Are we gonna be in the Discord tonight, or that's it for tonight?
Yeah. I'm gonna slide in the Discord for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna be there for a long time, but we gonna slide in the Discord after this.
Oh, okay. Then everybody, y'all have a good evening.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, Miss Rashida.
Bye.
All right, bye. I gotta fix the thing. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Hello, Mr. Frost here.
Mr. Frost, what's the motherfucking deal, man? How are you doing this evening, Mr. Frost?
Doing good, sir.
So what's on your mind tonight? How do you feel about blackfishing?
Well, the main place I stand when it comes to blackfishing is, like I said, it's pretty much a civil case. And mostly, look, of course, we've all heard the saying before, like imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But in this case, blackfishing is the sincerest form of assholery.
Mm. Why is that?
Yes, because for me, I've always been on the thing. Like I said, for me, it's like I said, whatever you're born, because like whatever you're born as, that's what you're supposed. Whatever you're born as, that's what you're supposed to be. Embrace it. Black, pretty much, black, white, yellow, purple, black, white, yellow, purple. Whatever you are, embrace it.
I agree. But why do you think people do that, though? Why do you think people would want to be something that they're not?
Honestly, I really have no ideas, because I think it more has to do with something like, as you said earlier, something about stuff about cultural appropriation and acceptance, and like wanting to expand their horizons. Some of it can mostly be chalked up to like one of those things, like they have the right intention, but they go about it the wrong way. And then you got stuff that's just so wrong, it's so blatant. It's like no matter how you interpret it, it just really comes out wrong.
So, like, even with some of these situations, do you feel like, people are going in with intentions to benefit off deceiving people?
Absolutely. If you ask me, one of the most misconstrued places of all this was Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Why Vanilla Ice?
Yes, vanilla. Yes, vanilla. Vanilla ice, because vanilla ice, because he really, because if you really look at him in his head, his career was pretty much just being something that he's not.
Yeah, he just did he make any other songs besides Ice Ice Baby? Like, what did he even like have a whole album out?
Yes, he made a whole bunch of he made a whole bunch of he did make a whole bunch of other songs, but they just weren't as popular as Ice Baby. And I will say if it's one thing Vanilla Ice is that he made everybody appreciate Eminem even more.
Everybody appreciate Eminem even more.
I'm going to be the president of the
Appreciate the love,
Filipino
just Sarah.
Association. Cool, open mouth, smile, tears of joy, happy birthday, Heidi. And RASHETA. They are best friends, birthday cake, party popper, balloon party popper, open mouth, smile, tears of joy, raccoon, 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 raccoon.
Thank you, Miss Just Sarah. I appreciate the love. Eminem's such an interesting situation. There's a lot of people that don't like Eminem for, well, mainly one reason, but you got to give the man his credit. Like he's one of the best that ever did it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, definitely. But what do you think? What do you think made a guy like Vanilla Ice jump into the situation? If he doesn't seem to be of that nature generally, what do you think made him want to start rapping?
I really have no idea, because people do things in life for different reasons. Well, if I were to guess, my guess is that Eminem, he actually did growing up like a rap, and he actually really did want to do this. But most people start rapping is because they all do one simple thing. They want to be heard, and they want their story to be told. And that's what he did. He was heard, and eventually his story was told. Oh, yeah. And
Black face ain't
on
nothing.
for the record, when it comes to this whole topic, like I said, pretty much the main culprit of this whole, the main culprit of this whole blackfishing is pretty much blackface.
Mm, mm. So you think blackface opened up an avenue towards blackfishing?
Yes, yes, I said yes. I said yes, yes it did because blackface is one of those things where even the most SJW can agree is a bad thing. Of course, many people have done it, like many people like Laurence Olivier, Fred Astaire, Bing Crosby, Alec Guinness. Some of those did it by mocking, but some of those actually had the right intention, like Fred Astaire, for example. Like blackface is wrong just as everything, but the reason he did it is to show that black people can be just as entertaining in media as white people. It goes back to, like I said before, when it comes to blackfishing or blackface or however you want to put it, some people actually do. Some people do it as because they some people do it as the case like they have the right intentions and they just want to show how more capable we are capable people. And then you have most other people who do it who pretty much people who do it just to either reap benefits to just be an asshole.
The bot didn't read out loud. Oh, that's wild. Okay, I got you. I got you, Mr. Sarah. I thought the bots were reading out loud. I saw the little thing moving, so I wasn't. I wasn't. I was trying to be quiet. But I got you. I got you after the call. Make sure to read out loud. But what about like? So what about flipping the roles? Like, how do you feel about when black people flip script and they do whiteface, like say Dave Chappelle or Snoop Dogg and some of the characters they play? Do you feel like that has the same impact?
It still to have the same effect. Well, I mean, in some cases, it could have the same effect, most people, but the thing is, most people don't really kick up a fit, kick up a fuss like that, like others do, like others do. But for me, when it comes to those cases, you know, like Dave Chappelle, Snoop Dogg, white chicks, and all that. Honestly, like I said, I think the reason why people don't kick up a fuss about that because somehow, like I said, because you know, like white people doing most of that stuff. White people mostly doing that stuff. They do it on the fence and stuff. They're trying to be funny when really they're just being offensive. Cause us doing whiteface somehow the people that you listen they do this because they know how to be funny and they know how and they know how to like make it work in certain ways.
Oh, okay. Um, and find positions of leadership within black organizations, and why don't the black people say anything about it? I'm not sure what just happened there. I think it cut out. My signal or something cut out. I'm not sure if it hung up on you there, Frost, Mr. Frost, but if so, feel free to call back. I just saw the fucking little screen, that fucking loading thing. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Frost again. What happened?
Okay, I'm not sure what happened. I just saw the little screen rotate to where it's like loading and then like just calling it didn't even make the usual hang up noise. So, but like I say, damn it, yeah. But why do you think those people who like are able to infiltrate and get pushed to the forefront of those organizations?
Which organization?
I mean, like Rachel Dolezal, she was in a leadership position in NAACP, and then you have, like I say, the chick who just exposed herself. She's an African American studies professional. I wouldn't say that's just leadership, but you found a role within an organization that people are looking up to, and you have some type of sway, but that she's teaching African American studies under the guise of being African American or Afro Latino, And really, it's none of these things. Why don't you think people like look deeper into this? Why don't you think people try to investigate these things?
Well, for stuff like that, it's mostly a loaded question. But honestly, I mostly just chalk it up to the simple case of basically, white is gonna white and black is gonna black.
Mm. So, what does that mean?
I mean, like, I mean, I mean, I mean, like, I mean, like, I mean, like, I mean, like, like I said, like I said, when it comes to that stuff you just mentioned, like the end up, like the NAACP and the other thing where you said like why isn't when it comes to investigating and stuff, like I said, but it's just like it's my yeah, but it's pretty much like I said before, is that it's pretty much like I said before. It's like basically peeps. It's like basically no matter what you do. It's like no matter what you do, what you say, people are always gonna have like different reactions and stuff. What's right to one can be wrong to another, and vice versa.
I agree. I mean, that makes sense. Okay. Um, I don't know. I have no further questions. Anything else that you would like to add, Mr. Frost?
Yes, in this part, yes, like I said, yes, like I said, and of course, from blackfishing, like I said, but there are many examples of white. There are many examples of white. There are many examples of white fishing that we've seen. Like two prime examples can be like Kanye West and Stacey Dash.
So you said Kanye is white fishing?
Yeah, yes, him and Stacey Dash is because Kanye West, because because Kanye, yeah, because there was once upon a time where Kanye West was at one point was black as can be, and ever since he started, and ever since he got with Kim, ever since we Kim Kardashian, I was really one. Ever since y'all got Kim Kardashian, then there came this stuff about him. Then there came this stuff about him with Donald Trump, the things that he says, the things that he do, the things that he do, which always makes me, which always makes me like go to all his old videos, which is why I always tell people, we always tell people, this is Kanye West, before he lost his damn mind.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't. I personally don't think Kanye's lost it. Not completely. I just think he has a very roundabout way of getting things done. But I mean, I can get. I can see where people perceive things, differently though. Yes,
and yeah, like I said, and pretty much what my closing note, is going to be. I think there's when it comes to us here in the den, I think there's one thing all of us or say most of us can agree on.
What's that?
Is that pretty is that John. Is that our friend John the Den. He's the blackest white guy we know.
That could possibly be the case. He's the most, I would definitely say the most informed, knowledgeable gentleman when it comes to black issues from another race that I have encountered, I would say.
Exactly, which makes him great, because he tells it how it is, and he tells it how it is. He tells it how it is. It doesn't bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get going now. Thanks for the call, Honch.
All right. I appreciate you calling in, Mr. Frost, and look forward to talking to you again real soon, man.
You too. Thanks.
Right.
Bye bye.
Good evening. we might take one or two more calls. Like I said, I don't want to get to the point where I'm looking too crazy on y'all, but I definitely feel it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Shannon Wash.
Shannon, how you doing this evening, Shannon?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, doing well. What's on your mind this evening, Shannon? Your first time caller, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, first, thank you for watching. I appreciate you calling in. And let us know what's on your mind.
Oh, no. I was just listening to all y'all's perspectives on blackfishing. Mm-hmm. And I was just going to say, at least from my perspective, there's different avenues where blackfish occurs. So, like, you have, like, the business aspect of blackfishing where, you know, people are trying to show themselves to be a certain way. So that might be like a Kim Kardashian. That might be like Ariana Grande or whoever it may be to try to make themselves appear a certain way to get that kind of market of black people. And then you have blackfishing like in the political arena. So you have people trying to be black or to get black support. So, for example, Kamala Harris was trying to get the black support, so she's in a lot of black programs. I think she was on that Brandy versus Monica thing. And, but at the same time, you have people not doing blackface that, you know, like white people are using black people to, you know, perpetuate a message. So like Candace Owens. You know, there's not blackfishing, but they're still utilizing an appearance to get an audience.
Yeah. I understand it. Yeah, I think that's. How would you define that? What term would you use to define that? Because there's a almost not token, but I know I get what you're saying. Though. I get what you're saying. And then again, because I'm a person, I do have my questions about. You know, I have, like I say, conservative views that I have my questions about Candace Owens and some other people that are in those things. So I see what you're saying about, you know, having black people say certain things that appeal to white people. And I've seen that a lot too, especially being on YouTube, especially with certain topics that'll come out. People will dive in and they'll really push the issue because certain people like to hear certain people say certain things and people aren't really genuine about their feelings. So yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying about that.
Yeah, I mean, I was having a discussion when I was my father and we have like these more or less philosophical conversations, and I think we talked about blackface maybe a few months ago. And you know, and my perspective was that, you know, blackface is the indication of that we're actually coming, you know, from somewhere. You know, in the 1920s and 30s, no one wants to be identified with being black. You know, that's kind of like if you even support black people or identify black people, you're going to throw it under the rug. But at least now we're getting to a point that we have something worth actually getting. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, and as much as like for me, I don't think blackface is ethically correct. I think it's all kind of fucked that people are trying to, you know, manipulate people's emotional state to, you know, make money. But that's just smart business. Like every company does that. You know, if you watch a commercial, you know, they're trying to sell you sex or they're trying to sell you appearance. And, you know, blackface is trying to sell you, you know, your demographic.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. But again, like my thought is, and I'd like to know, you know, how you feel. Is it more so on the people that are doing it, or more so on the people that are accepting it? Who do you feel is kind of more responsible for this being allowed to happen?
I would say it's probably on the people accepting it. I mean, you're on YouTube. You know, you see the community. People like to be with their own. Like there's that Overton window of what's acceptable. You know, like when it comes to music, like you mentioned Eminem, you know, people don't like Eminem because he wasn't black. That Overton window of acceptance wasn't there because he was outside of that, right?
Yeah.
So the same way, because of accepting people within your, you know, your demographic or your community, you're not going to accept them because they're black. So I live in Houston. You live in Houston too?
Yes.
So like we have places like the Turkey Leg Hut. You have places like Prospect Park. And, you know, people will go there who never even been in Houston because they want to support black businesses. And so, like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with you wanting to help your own, but that shouldn't be like the litmus test to help, you know, determine if you, you know, agree with something or not. Like, if I don't like you, I don't like you. You being black doesn't necessarily change my mind about you or your business or your political views or anything like that. That's why I blame the people, because they're basically saying, if you're black, I accept you.
Correct.
It should be more than just your color.
I agree. I agree 100% with that. Okay. All right. It's funny you mentioned turkey. And the crazy about turkey leg hut, I have never been. I've never been.
Okay, let's hear this.
People have been talking about it. And I see that they actually had, last I checked, black. All right, good. That's good enough for me. Like, and I think that we put these labels, or we're so, like I said, the barrier of entry is so low, the standards are so low that that's all it takes. That's why these things, I think, continue to happen. That's why whatever movements tend to fail or get undermined, because again, you're just accepting anybody. Even if they do have the same skin color, they may not have the same intentions or whatever it is. So I agree that there should be more factors into, determining the quality of somebody's character than just, their skin color. But let me see something. Make sure he looked. Yeah, it did. I apologize, Mr. Shannon. Not sure why I cut out there, but I guess the line is on some jank tonight. But like I said, we're gonna probably get ready to wind it down here a little shorter anyway. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, I will lie to you guys. I won't lie to you to your face. All right, I'll lie to you via text. So like, if I say I'm gonna do something, like, but I don't show my face, then it doesn't happen. It doesn't feel quite like a lie, right? But I don't do it intentionally. But like I said, I'm really debating on moving up. Like, I like the Den as the idea of a late night evening show, but like I say, with just some of the things, like I say, how things are working out and kind of taking on or whatever. Like, I don't know. I've been really tired in the evenings. And like the Den, I don't like neglecting y'all, like, because the Den is tried and true. You feel me? Like, no matter what, it's you guys are consistent. You guys always show love. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. And so I don't like to leave y'all hanging. So I'm a debate, and maybe I'll throw it in the Discord, or you guys can chime in however you feel like contacting. I'm pretty accessible. One or two things is gonna happen. I'm either probably gonna maybe move the Den up a little bit earlier, like an hour earlier, or we can get to the day Den situation. You know what I'm saying? And then we could probably do something like that, and where we go back to maybe the dens become a day thing. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions on that, because I don't want to leave y'all hanging. Like I said, the least I give y'all is Monday through Friday. But if the time has to change or whatever, like I said, I want to make something that works best for everybody. I like the evening situation, especially with certain topics, in case we do carryover, we may need to extend it in or whatever. But like I said, I want to figure out what's best to make sure y'all get the content that y'all. Shannon, appreciate the love. They dropped us. Say this. I figured. I think that's what it is. So you say hour early, let's frequent stream. They say we to do. Oh, you get a break. You say they did. Yeah, oh man, yeah. Don't. Here's the thing with the dead too. Y'all gotta, like, if you fuck with it, y'all already know what I'm doing when I do it. Like, I think, like, I imagine, like, those of you been fucking with the dead long enough, y'all see some of the titles that I already know where I'm finna go. So y'all probably like, this guy, I already know what he's finna do. I know what that dirty Honcho's up to. But so most of y'all know what I be. It's usually some level of tomfoolery going on in the thing. Yeah, I like Shannon. Shannon, that was a great first call, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's the little things. It's the little things. But those things, with the fucking titles. And yeah, I do have to, yeah, let me give y'all a secret. Let me give y'all a little secret, little YouTube secret. and it was something that Coach right. It was something I did with those, with the thumbnails on the Malia Davis conversation. But like a thing that makes thumbnails jump or makes people click on thumbnails like 10 times more is fucking arrows and like little circles. You know what I'm saying? Like little circles, arrow, like it honestly doesn't have to point to anything. It does not have to point to any like and that shit like it fucking I don't know why, right? But I don't do it a lot. And it's I was doing it then, but there was actually shit I was pointing to for reasons. But like I said, I got this stupid sense of integrity. It's like dumb because it's only like it picks and chooses when it wants to come up. And so like I know I have to be more manipulative in the fucking the thumbs because that's what brings everybody fucking in and shit. But I don't know. I guess I do. I'm just also again if y'all see things switch up a little bit. Y'all know what it is. It's just me being me. Straight up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just it's some crazy stuff, but the thing about it, it works. Like you see, it's like psychologically that shit works. Like, but what's crazy? Like I try not to. I read a lot about like psychology, influence, manipulation, things of that stuff because like to avoid it happening to me. Like that's why I find interest in things. Like I don't like using it because I feel like then you're not getting like a genuine response from people. Like I want to know people. I want to know people for what they really are, not like what I want to try to. I want you to respond this way. I want you to act this way. But like I say, and it talks about different things I've read. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy how like certain little things just make people respond. And I think about like times in my life that I've responded to. I'm like, damn, that's exactly what that motherfucker did, and that shit fucking works. It's really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's why I say it's like it's dumb, right? It's really super dumb because just like I was saying, like from a business sense, it's stupid for me not to use it, right? It's stupid for me not to try to manipulate people into fucking looking at the shit. I genuinely believe in the stuff I put out, so I mean, manipulate them to get in, and then provide them with good content when they get in, right? But I just feel like any kind of subtle deception, or like I feel like I'm being deceptive on my part for some reason. Like I feel some type of way, but it's really stupid. So I don't know why I feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Couple of things. Yes, I probably do owe you that, Miss Jess, but I am going to read off all the super chat love because I thought that the stuff because like I said, I can't hear the alerts anyway for whatever reason, like when they had stopped, and then but usually there's a little meter right here with all the audio, and so I can see that the audio is playing, so I usually assume that was going. But if it didn't go off, I want to say shout out to Miss Jessera. I appreciate the love. Said I'm going to be the president of the Filipino Association. Happy birthday, Heidi and Rashida. They're best friends. Raccoon. And I forgot today. What is it? That smiley tears with joy face. And then shout out to Strong Grant. Said people like Chalkers Garvey know how to manipulate the victim mentality. No matter how many times he's been proved wrong, he'll wave that flag. And that's the thing. Like maybe I don't have that in me. Like I to be that blatantly committed to the deception, dog. Like that blows my mind. Like you can be exposed and you just stick to your guns. Now, back in the day when I used to be a cheater and a no good person, like I understood it, right? Deny. Like get caught, fucking keep denying. Like it doesn't matter. Like red hand text messages, fucking pictures. This is you. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't come up and touch me, show it wasn't me. Well, I came up and touched. It was me. Deny. I'm not who you think I am. I'm a clone. Like I'm denying that shit to the fucking ground. But so I guess I see how that works. But it's wild. Like I don't know. But again, shout out to Prepaid. Said what blows my mind is when they get caught cooning after dark. All of their co-workers come out the woodwork and swear, I knew she was white. I was never followed. Bitch, why you never said anything? And he said the main reason why people like Snow Jason, goddamn, Snow J said they're still in business because we prop up fake leaders. Malcolm X warned us about this. And in the last comment about fake leaders, and I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Because people were, they were saying I was being a hater for some of the stuff that I said about LeBron. And not necessarily here, but in other places. But I'm not reading that fucking book. And shout out to Rob Myers. I don't know if he's in here tonight, but Rob has always talked about the Ballad of the Bullet. Go watch the Malcolm X, the Ballad of the Bullet. And LeBron came out in the shirt the other day that fucking told you, that explained to you that he did not read that book. And so, again, propping up these fake ass leaders, it is what it is. LeBron is one of them products. Like I believe LeBron is one of those products. Like, but he's put himself in certain positions. So we'll talk about that another time. But we're gonna be in a Discord. I'm gonna slide in the Discord. Like I told you, I'm not gonna be in there real long. Let me put the link in there for those of you who didn't have it, and we'll chop it up. And then I appreciate y'all sliding through here, man. Like I say, we figured it out. I'll let y'all know something early. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. So we'll probably rock at the regular time tomorrow on 9. And then I'll figure it out over the weekend as to what changes. And what changes are being made. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this ain't, I shouldn't be yawning all through the streams and shit. If y'all watching the streams and be like, shit, he yawning, I'm yawning. What the hell, Honcho? So, but I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I thank y'all for coming through, man. Sincerely, man. I appreciate y'all for being a part of this community. With that being said, y'all ain't got to go home. I'm inviting y'all to the Discord. I'll put the link in right after the stream. You can get in the chat. And, but y'all got to get the fuck up out of here, man. I'm out. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm done, son. Adios. I think. There we go. Oh, that's funny. He probably would. When he blew around ran, he probably would fucking win, though. Like, all bullshit to the side. Like, at this point, like, everything's on the table in politics.